Lesya, nice to have you on stage.
Hello.
Lesya, I already told Clara that you are coming from Strasbourg.
Right.
What do you do there?
I'm a strategic innovation engineer at 2
Okay, but there were jobs that you accomplished before that. What did you do
Yes.
before?
Before going to this company, I worked for the Council of Europe, where I analyze the markets for the audiovisual and technology companies.
All right. So you see, she has quite something to tell you, and I'm really happy to have you here, Lesya. Have fun with the crowd.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So, good afternoon, everybody. I'm very excited, and I would like to thank you for having me here today. My name is Lesya Dymyd, and I'm a strategic innovation engineer at 2 Founded in 2004, 2 is an IT manufacturer that develops IT solutions for storage, HPC, and other applications for data centers. We are based in Strasbourg, which is not far away from here, and we also have offices in the United States of America, in the UK, and in the Arabian Emirates. We develop products that are responsible and efficient for data centers. A part of my function on innovation at 2 I'm also a member of the Open Compute Project Foundation. I work as a project lead for the European community of OCP. My mission in the company and also at the OCP community is to help people to create new technologies for data center of the future. At 2 we believe that the future of IT is in scalable, flexible, and efficient hardware. We're also a member of the OCP community. We are a platinum member, and we redesign and develop customized high-performance IT solutions, both for traditional air cooling and new immersion cooling infrastructures. Today, I would like to talk with you about why it's important to reinvent hardware. Some of you might say that we don't really need to reinvent the wheel, right? We already have traditional hardware. But then I would ask you, would you be willing to get into the autonomous, self-driving electric car that has wooden wheels? Would you? I also have another question for you. How many of you have a smartphone? Please raise your hands. How many of you have constant connection to the emails right now? Raise your hands. How many of you are surfing Facebook or connecting with peers on LinkedIn or even sending tweets about my speech? Or maybe even playing cloud games, or watching YouTube videos. Thanks to iPhones and other smartphones, we are capable to stay connected all the time with our friends, with our colleagues, and with our families. Smartphones allow us to get connection across all geographical zones and across all the boundaries that exist, as, for example, the time zones. The number of smartphones is growing. More and more people are using smartphones to get connected to the internet. Think about the last video game or a video that you watched on YouTube, or even, for example, Netflix. It means that with increasing of consumption of video online, we are changing the way how we use our smartphones. We can watch videos, we can play cloud games, we can get connected via social media with our peers and friends and families, only using smartphones. We remain connected all the time and everywhere. The studies have shown that in 2012, we needed just one server for 600 smartphones. But because this industry is growing and changing, now our smartphones become more powerful than they used to be in 2012. And it means also that these numbers are changing as well. Now we need more servers for higher number of smartphones. Now, let's take a look on a data center. In 2016, Gartner estimated that technological giant Google has around 2.5 million of servers in their data centers. But because the company is evolving, it makes a lot of innovation, and it replaces its hardware, these numbers are also growing. But also think about other technological giants as Facebook, Amazon, or Microsoft and LinkedIn. All these companies, they have their own data centers, and they have millions of servers in their data centers. And it seems that with the improvement and increase of consumption, like videos and streaming, these numbers will also grow. As an IT manufacturer, at 2Series, we believe that we need to be responsible when we create and design our hardware. In 2018, we became a member of the OCP community as a platinum, at the platinum level. We participated in several OCP events where we showed our products. But much more important, we got more than 50% of our revenues by selling the OCP type of products. Open Compute Project is a global community of technological leaders. We work together in order to create a new type of hardware. We reimagine the hardware and we try to make it more efficient, more flexible, scalable, in order to achieve a higher choice, a better customization, and to reduce costs. Every OCP product or contribution should fulfill several OCP principles. It must be efficient, it must be scalable, it must be open to the community, and it should have impact. At 2Series, we were very inspired by the Open Compute project, and we developed our own design. We achieved more efficient cooling by removing fans from CPU, from GPU, and chassis. We also improved the airflow by having bigger external fans. We managed to create an intelligent fan management system where we only deploy the fans that are very useful for the system. We also made a step further. We abandoned the idea of having 19-inch server, and we shifted towards the 21-inch server in the OCP rack. We no longer use the sharing approach when we design our servers, but we focus now on the sharing of the cooling on the rack. What does it mean? It means that our servers do no longer have fans and power supply units, but instead the cooling and power is provided at the rack level. More precisely, if you compare the traditional rack and the OCP rack, our OCP rack has up to 18 power supply units and 18 power cooling solutions, compared to the traditional one, where you need to have around 48 power supply units and more than 240 fans in order to cool the system and in order to achieve the same consumption and efficiency. At 2Series, we also work on innovation. We develop IT solutions for immersion cooling modules. The advantage of this technology is that it has high power density and high global efficiency. It allows us to reduce the capital and operational expenditures up to 25% and 14% respectively. This technology has no fans, and it does not require any installation of the additional air cooling conditioning in the data center or in the location where you want to place this module. But much more important, we believe, the advantage is that we can use the heat produced by the IT for any other purposes. Up to 99% of heat produced by the IT in the immersion cooling modules can be reused and utilized somewhere else. Right now, our R&D department, our R&D teams are working on the number of innovative projects. We search for new ideas and new solutions. How can we reuse this heat and use it for example, to hot water or heating for some areas, locations. I would like to conclude my presentation with the following. We are about to build our global economy and global society, and we are responsible for building our digital future. This is also the reason why we need to be very responsible in making the hardware for the future of data centers, because it seems that the number of data centers will be growing, and it means that we will need more and more IT solutions and hardware. This is also the reason why we need to reinvent the hardware right now in order to make it efficient and optimized. The hardware of the future must be rapidly deployable and scalable, and it must be supported both by the traditional air cooling and new immersion cooling infrastructures. We also want to make the world a better place. And this is why at TUSRSI, a big part of our activity is devoted to creation of greener and more responsible hardware for the data centers of the future. If you want to know more about our solutions, I would like to invite you to visit our stand at G26. And also, if you would like to have one-to-one meeting with our R&D team and engineering team, please use this code to get the appointment. I sincerely thank you for your attention.
So much. Thanks, Lesya. Is anybody having any questions to Lesya once she's here? No, if that's not the case at the moment, then you might visit her at the booth.
Yes.
And it's going to be a pleasant visit, as you see. Thank you very much, Lesya.
Thank you a
for having
lot.
us.
Thank you.